Good morning. This is Chairman John St. Clair of the Shoshone Business Council. We're doing a presentation today to give you an update on some of the items and issues that we've been working on. The first area I'll be talking about will be the Shoshone Business Park. The second area will be a presentation by Mike Ute, who will be talking about the developments and situation in the oil field, especially Circle Ridge. And the third presentation will be by Vice Chairman John Washke, giving you an update on the Shoshone reunion that's coming up in June. And the final presentation will be by Aaron Manel, who will be talking about the COVID and vaccination updates. So, starting off with the business park, as everyone recalls and from previous presentations, that land was purchased between Walmart and the prison farm about 5 or 6 years ago, and it was purchased from the state of Wyoming, 300 acres total, and the price paid was $3 million. There were 2 restrictions on the sale from the state, and the first one was that it could not be put back into trust, and the second restriction was that it could not be used for gaming. So with that, the tribe then went forward and created a business plan back then, and today we're putting that business plan into effect. The first project that we have in the park is to develop our infrastructure, which is sewer and water and streets. We've obligated $800,000 out of our, more than $800,000 out of our American Rescue Plan funds to pay for that. We've also entered into agreement to sell about 8 acres to the Riverton Business Park, Riverton Medical District, I'm sorry, who has just been awarded a grant to create and build a new hospital on that land. The progress going forward on it is, first of all, we're going to have a groundbreaking ceremony sometime in May. The purchase price that they're paying the tribe, the sale hasn't been finalized yet, but the amount that is being paid for the business park plot, 8 acres, is 1.8 million. It was almost $2 million. And so that is more than half of what we paid for the entire 3 million acres. The next project that we have that there's a commitment on is a 1.4 acres of that will be sold to Starbucks, and that location is close to Walmart, and that's going forward with the agreement with Starbucks on that, and that should be happening pretty soon. The timeline on the construction of the hospital is 2 years, so once that gets started, it'll be completed in 2 years. In the meantime, we'll continue developing the area with our infrastructure, and then hopefully get more offers to purchase those small plots so that we can recoup the money that the tribe paid out. Starbucks is paying us $375,000 for that 1.4 acres, and with that, that rate is the market rate for the price of land in that area. We're hoping that we can sell enough to cover the costs of other costs regarding our development. And our long-range plans for the business park will include entering into leases or joint ventures with other entities that want to do development in the area. I think there's a storage company that wants to have storage where people purchase or rent lockers and put their property and pay a fee. Now, when we enter into those agreements like that, the tribe will then generate revenue from those. So we're not looking at selling a lot of the land. We're looking at selling some of it, but keeping most of it to provide revenue in the future for our tribe. The other areas that we're looking at would be, there's going to be a need for residential, people to live, and then apartments for people who, say, work in the hospital but don't really wouldn't be staying there all their life, so they would instead be looking at rentals. There's also an area where the tribe is looking at developing a multi-events center that would house indoor arena. We would be looking at multi-use in that area. The first area would be enclosed with a 80,000 square foot area and a seating capacity of 1,500. Now this is the indoor one. There would be rodeo activities could be held inside there. There would be other uses that could be made out of that. There's a horse barn, so horses could be housed there. A lot of people that own horses and that live in the city, they don't have a place to to house their horses for a period of time. That could be another area, a source of revenue for the tribes. There's a livestock barn. There's in the outdoor area, there's a place where there'll be a racetrack. There'll be a trailer park, horse trailer park, and a regular trailer park, livestock barns, horse stall barns. The kinds of events that can be held in both the indoor and the outdoor facilities will be roping, rodeos, equestrian events, just like riding. People could come and exercise their horses if they want to. The rodeo events have the normal events: bareback riding, steer wrestling, bull riding, barrel racing, and that's on the outdoor events. On the indoor sporting events, there could be indoor soccer, indoor basketball, volleyball, tennis, even hockey can be considered. There will be other events that could be held there would be livestock shows, dog shows, car shows, farmers market, barbecue competitions, art festivals, RV and boat shows, farm equipment and machine shows, circus events, concerts and fairs. Now, in order to build this and manage it, or build it, we're looking at assistance from the city of Riverton, from Fremont County, from the state of Wyoming, and then we just hired a grant writer who will be looking at federal assistance. So we're looking at all those sources to build this facility, these facilities. And since the tribe will be owning all of those, then the uses of those will generate revenue for the tribe in the future. So that pretty much covers our short-range and long-range plans for the business park. And I just want to publicly thank the rest of the business council for working on this with us, and our developer, Mr. Steve Wilson, for doing a good job with going forward with our development. So that concludes my presentation, and now I'll turn the presentation over to Mike Ute.
Good morning. This is Councilman Mike Ute, and I will be giving you a Circle Ridge, which is the oil field operational report, financial report, and an executive summary, which is prepared by MI3, which is our oil field operator. I am also a member of the Wind River Energy Commission, which is a joint structure for both tribes, which operates or helps operate the oil field. And this is for February. Remember, we're 30 days ahead or behind in reporting. That way we can gather all the data and get that aggregated, and then we can report it, which is why it comes a month later. So first off, operational results. We had a record month for production volumes and revenue. Field report, no incidents or accidents of any kind. Producing well count is 74. 12 additional production wells were activated during the month from the list of wells that were transferred from Merit, which was our previous operator. Production levels, 8.8% higher than January at 56,898 barrels. February sale price was $79.70. January sale price was $66.20. An increase from December to January of a little over 20%. We saw a revenue increase from January to February of 31.27%. Their earnings was 47.64% higher than January, which is almost 50%, at $3,576,454.36. The February 2022 results, which is in dollars here, is the revenue was $4,453,480.54, which is $454,480 higher than expected. Operating expenses, which is for our operator, we were actually 5% lower than January at $877,026.18. Remember, that's to run the operation, it's essentially to run the business. Net cash from operations, which is what is left over after our operating expenses, is that $3,576,454.36. Remember, that is split among both tribes. Capital expenditures, which is expenses for buying new equipment, $0. Oil production. Average oil production for February was 2,032 barrels. This is an increase of 352 barrels per day from the previous month. Production increased due to repairs made on down wells and from activating new wells that were transferred over to the Energy Commission from Merit Energy. 12 additional wells were activated during the month, bringing the total to 26 of the 29 transferred wells and 74 out of 79 total wells. And all of these reports will be made available to you via a link. And so you can look at exactly what I'm reading. If you have any questions, you can direct those to the Energy Commission or myself. And I just wanted to go over very quickly a comparison of the previous operator model, which is what we were using, versus what we are using now, which is the system that we're using now with us owning the oil field, owning the oil company. This is what it would have been using current numbers. So what the previous operator was offering was a 29% royalty, which again gets split amongst the tribes. That would have came in at $1.5 million for the month of February. With the new model that we're operating now, we brought in 3.5 million, which is almost a full 2 million. It's over $2 million increase from the old system that we were using to the new system that we're using now. So keep that in mind that we are doing better. It's doing better. However, we have the operational expenses of running the business, which ends up costing us a little bit, but we're doing pretty well. Up next is the Circle Ridge forecast for March, which again will be available next month. The figures for that. March 2022, we're looking at revenue of about 3.8 million. Expenses are a little over 1 million, and again, expenses means to run the business. Capital improvement is 108,000, which is, it might be equipment needed, it might be replacement supplies or anything for the wells. That might be included in capital improvement. So the net cash after operations, we're looking at about $2.6 million. And that'll carry over to April as well. Hopefully we're looking at a little bit more. Again, things in Ukraine, things in the United States might affect oil prices and petroleum products in general. And that'll about do it. Again, if you have any questions, you can email me. You can try to get a hold of somebody from the Energy Commission. I can let you know who's all on the Energy Commission. I can give you their emails. You can speak to us. You can get the answers directly from us rather than getting them from rumors. Thank you.
Good day. My topic for this YouTube broadcast is the Shoshone reunion this year. The Shoshone reunion will be held here at Fort Washakie and hosted by the Eastern Shoshone tribe. The dates for the reunion are June 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. We have activities for each of those days, and we're filling out the agenda. It's not quite set yet, but as of this date, we have a little over 400 people that have already registered for the reunion. The first evening, which will be June 21st, there will be a reception at the Rose, and refreshments will be served for those that want to attend and meet some of the people that's coming in. The 22nd, we'll have a General Assembly, which will be at Rocky Mountain Hall, where we'll hear from at least 7 tribal chairmen. And we'll have 1 hour reserved for Shoshone Bannock tribe to make a presentation on an old treaty that was never ratified, which is the Virginia City Treaty. I also want to talk about some of the events that go on up there each year, and certainly invite you. But I would encourage you to go online and get the registration form if you're interested, fill it out, and turn it into the Cultural Center. And they are making arrangements for registration, and we kind of need to know because we have to provide meals for those 3 days. So it would be great if you could get in there and get registered so we knew how many meals we have to serve. We have some other activities that's taken place. Some of those activities that will be taking place will be at the high school, and we'll be utilizing some classrooms there. We are open to anyone that wants to do some type of cultural or language event. And we'd sure like to get some of our local people on the agenda for some of those breakout sessions. We already have some breakout sessions from the Comanche. They're requesting at least 3 breakout sessions. We already have 25 vendors that's coming in, and we'll be selling some of their crafts that have been made by their tribe. We are hoping right now to raise enough funds to pay for the event. So we are looking for donations of any type, and we're also looking for some type of volunteers to assist in some of the activities. So we would greatly appreciate your participation this year. We are expecting at least 900 people to participate. We already have a high number from the Comanche, as well as the Shobans and Nevada tribes are the bulk of who has registered right now. So we would like to see some of the local people that wish to participate to most certainly go online, and you can register online, or you can go to the cultural center and they'll assist you in your registration. I hope to see you there, and I think that this year it will be quite interesting, because in the COVID has caused some problems in the past, in that we were unable to actually do a lot of things in person. Although I did enjoy the Zoom meeting sponsored by the Reno tribes last year. So I hope to see you there, and please bring your young people. We are all getting a little bit older and can be replaced. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Erin Ingabo Manel, and I just came to do a quick update about where we are with COVID in the community. Right now our numbers are really low. We're just over that 1% mark, which is really great to see in the community. We have had some positive cases that have come up. Kind of what we're seeing is people traveling have come back and tested positive. So again, we just want people to be aware, it's still important to be wearing their masks. We're still not sure how this new variant, the BA.2, is gonna affect our community. So we just wanna keep encouraging everybody, especially when you're in public places, to keep wearing that mask, have them handy. If you're having any symptoms at all, again, please go test, or if you've been around somebody that you know's traveled and it may have some concerns, give us a call or go to one of the trailers. Curative's still open at both the Wind River Casino and at the Shoshone Rose. So Monday through Friday, 9 to 4:30 at Shoshone Rose, and at the big casino from 9 to 4, Monday through Friday. The other thing we wanted to update everybody about is, that we've opened the halls, and there are some protocols in utilizing the hall. And part of that is wearing your masks. We encourage people to be vaccinated, because you're gonna be there typically with big events. We've had, sadly, quite a few funerals that have happened lately, and again, we just strongly want people to understand that when you're coming to these events at the hall, wearing your mask is required. It's not negotiable. So we ask that you comply, and it's helping keeping our community safe. We've had people that travel in again from out of state. We don't know people's vaccine statuses when they attend these events, or if they're having symptoms, especially as we're hitting allergy season right now. So please just be considerate and follow the mandates. We don't want to have the hall closed if we start finding that there's a lot of issues or spreads, if there's something that happens at an event. So please do your part to keep your community members safe. You can always give us a call at Tribal Health, or call Darwin over at the hall if you have any questions. The other thing I wanted to mention was that we do have a raffle that we will be raffling off of Pendleton next month. And that will be for people that have become fully vaccinated since January 1st of 2022 this year forward. So if you've gotten your third booster and are fully vaccinated from January forward, come register with us at Tribal Health and we'll enter you in that drawing. That will be May 15th for a Pendleton blanket. We'll be having another Pendleton, or not a Pendleton, but another raffle June 15th, which will be for a piece of Pendleton luggage. So we're encouraging the community to come get registered with us. We can get those vaccine cards and vaccines put on file so that we have them. There are now other boosters available for those that need them. That's optional if you're wanting to get those. Those do count. So just bring that proof, fill out the registration packet, and we'll get you signed up for that. The other thing we're really working on right now is the vaccine levels of our kiddos in the community. We're still pretty low in that 5 to 11 age group. So anybody that's gotten any vaccines for their kiddos, if you weren't aware, and this would be from January coming forward as well, you can come bring proof that you've gotten your kids their vaccine, and they can come pick out a gift and an incentive. So we have skateboards, scooters, there's comforters, there's basketballs, there's just all kinds of stuff, art sets, and your kiddo can come pick out something for getting their vaccines. We really wanted to see the kids have something since they are the ones having to get the shots. So if you have any questions, give us a call at Tribal Health at 332-6805. And other than that, I think that's about where we're at right now. Thanks.